Go Beaver! Away!
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to UGC EU Highlander Season 24 Platinum Division Week 6. And tonight we are going to see some of the two top teams battle it out on KOTH Ashville. They are Fiddle eSports and Feila eSports, so two renowned teams. Fiddle eSports, former UGC Platinum winners a long time ago, way back in maybe season 12 or 13, and Feila, who you might recognise them for coming second in the last ETF2 World Premiership division. So yeah, two really strong teams here, going to be battling out tonight, as I say, on KOTH Ashville, one of Feila's renowned map. So it's going to be interesting to see how they take this one out. My name is Chando. I'm joined today by Stinson out and Wiethoofd once again on productions. But Stinson, how are you doing today?
Hello everybody, I'm doing marvelous. You know, looking at this beautiful, well-lit map takes me way back to when I started competitive in Season 6, I think, in UGC, and I watched X Television till 3 AM. I watched the NA Platinum teams like Star and Mela, and the Yaos from X-Tine, and the huge air shots from Duder and all that stuff. So, you know, that wakes some memories. But I'm looking forward to this because there's a lot of, like, you know, established names in this game, and I'm looking forward to see how they pair up against each other.
Yeah, because as you say, some really big names here, very much both old veterans and upcoming superstars here. So I mean, like, you got some old players from Fiddle, for example, a lot of them making up what was SDCK, who, as we know, came third in the former ETF2L Premiership division, losing in fact to Feila eSports in the semi-finals, so maybe a slight rematch there. But I mean, Stinson, like, what do you have to make of these teams?
I mean, they do look to me like proper mixed teams. You know, that's what happens a lot with top EU teams. They would go and play UGC kind of off class, you know, screw around a little. Also, although Komori doesn't want to hear that, by the way, so never say that when she's here. But yeah, we have on Fiddle eSports, for instance, we have an off-class roster, a proper one. We have Justice on Scout, Clark on the Soldier, he's usually NG of the season. We have Sacrilege, a high player, to my knowledge, on Pyro. Murphy on Demo, he's really strong. Sunrise on Heavy, I think he has recently given his Heavy debut in Prem, so he's catching up on some practice. Ascendery on NG, Hearts Farts on Medic, I'm looking forward to see how that works out. Yahoo, a Pyro main, on Sniper, and Sneaky on Spy. I'm not sure who Sneaky is. I haven't been around the block lately, but yeah, it is a strong roster, but there are some key players who are off-classing and just, you know, enjoy the time.
Yeah, and going in line with that off-class mentality, Feila eSports will be swapping up their roster somewhat in terms of who's playing what. So as follows, we have Jinxie, the NA Scout, playing Scout. Nutrasula, I do believe, will be playing Soldier there, former Sniper main. Pyro will be included middle, another Soldier main, who recently played with Feila for a long time on the Soldier class. Demo will be Joan. Heavy will be Bloodis. NG will be NRG. The Medic will be, of course, Layla. Sniper will be Kazarok, who I believe has just been picked up for Feila eSports' ETF2 World roster as well, so congrats on that. And Spy will be their long-time knife champion of Europe, Chupa. And yeah, he's been playing a long time with Feila as well, so there are some mains on there, and there are some other mains who have decided to, you know, take different classes, take a different approach there, and possibly some future mains in the form of Jinxie, perhaps, who will be maybe playing with them in ETF2 next season, as the Feila roster currently undergoing some works there. But it'll be exciting to see how they redevelop to maybe try and take that gold place next season. But for UGC, still eager to take victory. They are doing very well themselves. I think only losing out to Elephant, a team which Fiddle eSports last week on CP Steel also lost out to. So it still could definitely go either way here, Stinson, don't you think?
Yeah, it's there's no way predicting this, to be honest. You would think that because Feila has the more, you know, synergy combo, I'd reckon that they have an advantage on the King of the Hill map because Joe is gonna have the crits for sure at some point in this match. But otherwise, I have no idea how the flanks are gonna match up against each other, how the pick classes are gonna match up. I mean, Trooper has been around as a spy in Prem for quite some seasons now, so I'm guessing that he will do some work. But otherwise, I don't know, man. I couldn't say. If I had to guess, I'd say 4-2 for Feila. That's what my gut is saying. But I don't know. I'm just looking forward to a lot of frags, air shots, and killing sprees here.
Yeah, definitely. I think you're right with those predictions there. Feila is a team that is renowned for their extraordinary play style on. Well, it's Koth Coal Plant on ETF12, but we all know it's basically the same thing. This is just a nice bright version in my eyes, minus a few changes. So I assume a lot of the skill and the tactics that they developed on Koth Coal Plant will be transferred pretty easily onto this map here. And as we know, in the finals last season in ETF12, they were able to actually take their map against Strong Opinions in the finals there. I believe it was 3-1 or 3-2, and were able to a best of 3 against, probably the best reigning Highlander European team perhaps of all time.
Yeah.
And so, they've definitely got a good chance here. Fiddle, again, as you said, they might be lacking a bit in synergy, but what they lack in synergy, I assume they definitely make up for in DM. You've got some good names there, some good potential. Some interesting off classes, but at the end of the day, when you're at that level, you can play anything to a pretty good degree, don't you think, Stinson?
Yeah, and, Ashville is a very swingy map too, so there is no, pressure hold, like you could do forward holds on product, and on Lakeside the forward hold is really strong. Ashville is a map that can punish you really fast for overextending, and so usually points go back and forth unless teams are really uneven, which I don't expect here. So I'm thinking we're in for a treat here, and this could be a long game because as opposed to ETF2 rules, we are actually going to a first to 4 rounds, I believe, a best of 7. Yes, so that's gonna be a little break once one team reaches 3 round wins, and then we're gonna play until one team reaches 4. So, if you consider double overtime, we could be here for almost an hour.
And it's definitely a good thing to see on a map like Koth Ashville. Any Koth map in general has always got lots going on, lots to talk about, lots to see, and there's always some nice plays coming in for just due to it being such a small map generally. And it's all very DM based, so awfully fun to watch, and I'm certainly looking forward to it. But we are getting the ball now, the call. We're going live very soon, guys. So just to recap, this is 6 UGC Platinum, and this is Feila eSports versus Fiddle eSports. And yeah, we're about to go live here. So for me, predictions, I'm going to quickly say that I think Feila will take this as well. Stinson, I'd say maybe even better than 4-2, maybe even 4-1, maybe even 4-0. I think I've got very, very optimistic that they have what it takes to dominate Ashville, just like they were dominating Coal Plant more or less in the seasons prior.
Yeah. That's a fair guess, but as we say that, the countdown is ticking down. We have Feila eSports in the red, Fiddle eSports in the blue for you guys. First middle of the game, take it away, Chando.
Absolutely, you can see who gets there first. Demo Man, it's going to be Murphy actually, getting quite good timing there, coming up on the balcony area there. Joe, however, going to get some good sickies onto him, takes him down immediately, giving Feila a brilliant advantage. They are playing on the under area there, though, which you don't see every day. Hearts as well, getting stabbed by Tube is more or less going to solidify the success for Feila. The Pyro goes down, Jinxie in middle, however, might put things a bit difficult, though, as Kazrock as well gets taken off. Fiddle lost some very important players there, but they simply got a load more picks as well, and that's enabled them to basically just push across the point there. It's just Joe now. Layla, they are going to have to back up a little bit. Justice is hot on their heels, but he's going to have to back up a little bit as the respawns come in. But no, it looks like Fiddle's going to take this first one.
Yeah, very interesting mid here. Joe easily getting the pick on the demo, but now the red Uber comes in because Layla actually managed to survive as opposed to Hardspot. The solo Uber on the Pyro, nothing you see every day, and this is gonna be enough to regain position on the point and cap it here because Hardspot's nowhere near Uber. Now Murphy is coming, trying to get some spam on the point. Actually, they're contesting this Chando. There's a lot of damage on the right corner here. Clark goes down, Layla falls, so that was a nice job by Clark exploiting that you know, you can't really surf away from the corners here in Ashville.
No, absolutely not there. They were able to capture the point, however, and which is good of them considering the losses that they took. Losing Layla was going to be a big deal for them as who's it? Heartsfast actually comes in now with 90% Uber, so they're going to be getting ready for a repush here. Should be more or less free. They might be able to take this for free, but Troopers on his heels takes him down as well. Brilliant stab there by Polish Spy, and they are able to give Layla a small advantage there, probably about 20% or so. It might just be enough. They have held off the repush from Fiddle. They want to keep this up now. Murphy falling very weak. 9 health does get taken down. However, loads of picks coming in favour of Fiddle. They are finally able to recapture the point there. And Layla, though, with the Uber advantage, might be able to make something of it. It is about 25% here. They're just regathering their forces back at the spawn doors now. Kazarot getting taken down. And yeah, currently both teams playing more passive a little bit. Just trying to work out the best way to take this. It looks like that Feila want to be pushing from the balcony area. Wiethoofd getting taken down by Joe, and also getting so many picks, taking down Heartsfast as well. Middle with the reflect onto the onto the sentry gun. They're going to be able to walk this back in for free, and yeah, brilliant repush there with some brilliant damage coming out from Joan.
Yeah, that is the danger here on Ashville, because you kind of get bunched up in a corner, and then there's a demo man who spams pills. Everybody eats 100 damage, so that's what happened here when you have no Uber to defend. Now Feila are looking to forward hold here. It's a lot of damage onto Joe, but Sinrise gets taken out in the end, and they're looking to hold into the lobby on the right side, which is the only kind of like small forward hold that is really viable. The flank on the house on the left side, and now they're pushing into the lobby here. Actually, they do pop the Uber. Joe gets a nice pipe onto Hearts, so that was an effective Uber. That's what you want to do. If you pop, you want to get the medic or either force them and get out.
Absolutely, the best situation they could have made out of that Uber use there, and they are going to be in the driving seat now. Justice trying to follow up, trying to get some frags in here, and Wiethoofd on the shutter doors trying to get a cheeky pick onto the medic there. Doesn't quite succeed. They are going to have to back up now and play a little bit more passively. They got this typical Feila play, playing on the left hand side, whereas you usually see them on the right. But look at you, not you, it's Sacrilege, sorry, coming straight in with the WM1, taking down Layla and Jinxie, and the rest of this team just coming in hot, and yeah, going to be able to recap that point there. Hearts now going to be holding that advantage on about 55%, and Sinrise just storming forward now on a 3k. Camping the telly as well, taking down middle. He's still in, he's still hungry for more. Does finally get picked off though by Bloodis, the enemy heavy, but the damage has already been done there, Stimson.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, that's there's a fat pipe though from Murphy onto Layla. But you know, that's what happens here. You get frag hungry as a heavy, you overextend, and now you have the long respawn. Actually, the blue Uber is popped as I'm talking here. No time to analyze what's happening, but the Uber is kind of not very effective here, and nobody's around, and actually they do lose a lot of members. Heart goes down to the nice snipe from Az.
Absolutely, they're going to be able to re-push this now with ease, more or less. They still have to worry about the heavy, however. Sinrise, who has somehow managed to get up onto the roof there, does get swiftly taken down. And you can see middle going nice and aggressive, trying to stop any form of re-push here. And now they're holding this quite tight there. They've only got to hold it down for another minute. So do Fiddle. So they still could easily go either way. But now Layla with 100%, holding that aggressive stance on the right side. Again, another typical Feila play. Holding very aggressive a lot of the time, but it's going to be the rotation coming in from Fiddle there. They're going to be playing up on the high ground. That's a smart move, and then the Uber gets used out. They're going to be able to get in nice and deep. Loads of players getting taken down. Wiethoofd, Clark falling down to Joan, and Layla, however, getting taken down by Sinrise. Sinrise himself falling, but so many picks coming out in the form. Feila there, including Hearts Farts. That was actually a full wipe there for Fiddle, and they were able to hold on to the point, and now thus Feila will be able to hold on to the Uber advantage as well.
I will say though, Joe is just destroying people at this point. He has like air shots, he has stickies, he has med picks, he has everything you want out of your demo man. I think he's having quite a good time here. But yeah, Hearts Farts, Layla on the same Uber percentage, and now Phil eSports is kind of in the position where you have to dry push, but it's really hard to do, as now they're all bunched up on the right side together, and this would be the time to get the spam going, and there you go. Red team eats so much damage here. Bloodis falls to a nice cleanup from Justice. Jinxie goes in and cleans up Wiethoofd though, so no sniper, and a sick snipe from a sentry onto Clark.
Absolutely. They were able to get their medic out, most importantly, but they ate a ton of damage playing on that left side. They kind of got a bit bunched up there and taken a lot of the same damage there. They need to spread out a little bit perhaps, but they want to get back in. They've still got 30 seconds to pull it off as well. Pick onto Sacrilege is going to open things up. Sneaky as well getting taken down. Don't have to worry about any of those pick classes. Sinrise as well getting the stab. And now it's Ubercharge versus Quick Fix you don't see every day. And obviously the Ubercharge is going to be victorious in that situation there. Justice making a rush for the point, not going to be enough. Sniper as well tries to follow up again, not going to do it. And Feila is going to take this first point.
I love the fact that Hard switched the midi gun on Quick Fix, but if you do that, you actually have to push off your advantage. You can't wait until the other team has Uber and then you just fall to the sticky traps. But this is 1-0 to Feila, I should say. And we're going live in a second with both demo men making their way underneath again. Nothing really falling yet, but Clark gets shot in the head, no, on the body actually. So that opens things up for a flank here. 30 and Jinx are very deep already. The two combos are playing defensively on the low ground, which is weird for me, but you know, if it works. And now there's a big stab onto the sniper. So these casualties should lead to a fiddle in middle.
You think so, but they have to get out of that other under area. They're actually going to be coming up on the Feila side of under, and they're going to try and hold off that cap. I think Feila just tried to play the top point there, but they are going to get off one by one. More or less what equated to a wipe there. Layla actually managing to get taken down. And Heartsfarts still on the Quick Fix. I don't know if he had time to switch off or if he actually wants to try it out again, but it's not going to matter because Kazarok gets the nice little headshot onto Heartsfarts. Now Feila with 100% Uber there. They're going to use through and then probably should be able to get this here unless they really whiff their shots. But Joe taking down that sentry and loads of frags coming in for Feila. They're going to be able to walk onto the point and retake this first point there because no team's actually managed to cap it there. But interesting positioning on the mid fights for both teams there. You don't usually see teams playing in under, especially in like the top tier division. So it's interesting that the mid fights actually collaborate on the under area. But you know, whatever works, and it seems to be working for Fiddle because they've have had 2 successful mid fights here. But will it be enough as they reposition themselves a little bit, pushing in from this left side? Sinrise getting taken down, Sneaky as well. And Yahoo, Kazarok just turning up big time, doing so much damage. Layla now, 99%, getting a bit, it's getting a little bit hassled by the scout, but no, does manage to get taken down by Bloodis on heavy there. And yeah, they're going to be able to hold this pretty comfortably. Heartsfarts now only coming up to 60%, so they've really got to work out a way of forcing off this Uber before Fiddle can think about pushing in.
Yeah, you know, walking to the spam corner, you don't only eat a lot of spam, but if the sniper's positioned right, which Kazarok was, your easy pickings, and now Layla does push here on the enemy battleground. No medic inside though, so Hearts should be safe. And now they have the option to go away. No, actually he's chasing Hearts into the spawn. Is he gonna get him? He gets the frag. Only low HP, but Middle has done what he had to do. He had to kill Hearts and he did that. But actually Joe is just spawn camping at this point. He gets Yahoo, gets Murphy, and then he gets cleaned up.
Yeah, some brilliant spawn camping there, but in all that fun of the spawn camps, they actually lost Layla as she was trying to retreat there. But it's not going to matter because, well, a little bit, but it's more or less going to be equal advantages here. About 50% difference, but it looks like Krits for Heartsfarts. He is the man who's going to try and change things up. He's the master of medic gimmicks, and we're going to be seeing some Crips action from him shortly. Already on 60% now. Layla just coming on to 40, so there's definitely enough there to warrant a good push. Clark up getting taken down to the reflect by Middle. And Joe coming in nice and aggressive, but instantly gets shut down by Murphy with the... And he was just too weak. One pipe, that's all it took. Kazarok and Cheaper both getting taken down, so now that Crits play isn't going to have to worry about any pick classes, and they are getting ready to use in now. They've got that Crits, and we might be seeing it from Murphy, but you can see 3006 on the back lines there, trying to do as much damage as he can, managing to take down a Sendry, but they're going to be able to get this cap without having to use just yet. But now they're in a bit of a tricky position because Layla now is going to have that Uber, so it's whether or not they can pop off the Crits in time. They can't. Both Ubers are exchanged. It's definitely going to go in favour of Feila here, as Heartsfarts getting caught out big time, gets taken down along with most of his team. They're going to be able to recap this now, Stinson.
Yeah, you know, Hearts was stuck between a rock and a hard place because, you know, yes, they got the point for free without popping the crits, but then you face an Uber and they couldn't quite make it into the lobby. I think they wanted to wrap around and then wait out the Uber, but that did not happen, so everybody just died. This is, you know, the drawback to crits. If the enemy team knows, you can play around it, and yeah, that's why most people play the safe version, and I think Hearts is still on the crits, so he's gonna try once again. Maybe he thinks they didn't sniff it out.
Yeah, second time might be the charm here for them. I mean, now I think they can have a small advantage if we build it well, so they can actually make something of it. They do want to get ready for this repush though. They've really got to start making some more successful pushes here. Only 19 seconds left for Feila. At the point they've already got the Uber again though, and it looks like that they're going to get caught out. They've got the heavy. He can't escape in time. Sinrise is going to go down. Hearts fast as well. It's just Murphy putting out the damage. He's doing the best he can, but it's not enough. And the reflex from middle are just helping Feila even more so. And they've only got to hold this down for the overtime. Blood is getting a bit caught out. He's going to get taken down. And Sacrilege doing some good damage. Jinxie as well, now on a 3k, taking down the Sentry as well. But and that is going to do it, taking it to a 2-0 for Feila.
I love these proactive Uber uses by Feila because they always seem to catch out Hearts in a bad position. They don't wait until they get forced. They use their Uber into the enemy team. They know they have advantage, and you always get the combo. So we're going live in the third mid. Joe opts to go on the low ground again, and there's this Demo Man versus Demo Man standoff. But you know, he wins the area, but nothing really happens off of it. Klaus is the first casualty to go down. Yahoo is getting stabbed. And there's a lot of frags all of a sudden with a nice shotgun on Sinrise, and Bloodus goes down to Sneaky as a retaliation, but this is a Feila eSports middle.
Definitely, yeah. They definitely had a lot better opportunities there. They were very aggressive despite losing their medic almost immediately to a good high bomb there from Clark. They were able to get the picks necessary, including taking down Hearts, equalising those Ubers. You can see they're both going to be the same again, and now they're already whittling down the time. It's definitely in the driving seat for Feila from the get-go. However, Joe getting taken down actually to Sinrise. However, Kazarok winning that sniper duel against Yahoo, and we can see maybe potential of a repush here for Fiddle. However, Sinrise getting sniped down to Kazarok, who's really stepped up this game quite considerably, doing a very good job. And the Repush is going to come in. They definitely want to counter this. Jinxie going in nice indeed, taking down Hearts fast. Sinrise down as well, Sneaky as well. So many teams, so many players, sorry, all getting completely fragged. Jinxie on a 3k, he's doing so much work on the flank there, really stepped up big time, considering I've never seen him play Highlander before, but he's doing a very good job, I must say.
Yeah, very stellar job indeed, and you know, the combo as well from Feila eSports as we predicted. Now Dirty is going for a big bomb on shots, but you know, the distraction is enough because Shooter gets the big stab, so once again Hearts goes down. That must be tilting him. Middle is going aggressive now. I think they're kind of getting because they're using this Uber, and I'm not sure if I agree this time because there's a pyro deflected back.
Yeah, that was a bit of a... I think they were getting a little bit cocky there and maybe getting a bit ahead of themselves. But at the same time, they're doing very well and I can't blame them too much. And they're going to have to back up and play a little more passive here. You see the bomb from Clark comes in, doing good damage, but he's going to get taken down by NRG's Wrangler there. NRG going down himself along with 3006. Loads of players getting shut down. And it's just going to be Jinxie defending it. Now Bloodus comes back in and has to deal with Sacrilege, but it's too late as Layla gets flamed down by the WM1 once again. That seems to be a trending pattern with Highlander these days, Stinson. I've seen so much terrible, well, I say terrible, it's good, but it's also really bad pyro work in this recent UGC season here, just from WM1s.
It is effective, you know, it did buff the flames, it did buff the upfront damage, so why not just roll the dice? But, you know, as important as that medic was, nobody's really going for the point here from Fiddle eSports. And there's a crits popped off. Giving a lot of damage actually done. A nice frags onto Trooper, Middle, and Kazarok, but, you know, Feila is safe and sound back in her spawn.
Yeah, she managed to get out just in time there. That was the all-important decision for Feila. They can lose all the players they want. As long as Layla stays alive, they're going to hold on to that advantage potentially. Well, I say advantage because that crits is coming in hard, and they're already back on 70% there, so they can continue to use it defensively, but it's always a lot harder than using it aggressively there. But once again, Feila opting to take that left side approach, something that they always seem to do. It is a bit predictable, but at the same time it has been working for them. You can see Justice on that top area. Joan getting a little bit caught out. He's a bit above his weight, but he's getting the frags. He taking on Heartsfast. No, that was Jinxie, sorry. But Joan actually following up, taking down a load of players as well. Loads of frags coming in now for Feila there. Only 2 up, Sentry and Sneaky. And able to re-push onto this point. Sneaky's going to fall. Sentry's Sentry gun is also going to fall as well. The only guy got out alive, and he can't do that much against a full team stacking the point there. So they are going to be able to get this point with only 34 seconds left now. Now Heartsfarts needs to maybe change up his strategy, because it just isn't working. He's still on crits though. He is determined to get this right, Stinson.
Yeah, it's hacking it, and Clark's following on the damage, getting a nice bomb and a ton of damage. Actually does manage to force Layla, and they're now looking for some frags, but I'm not sure if they get much here. Heartsfarts is trying to escape, and they do defend him well. And now with the overextended frags, Fiddle eSports should go for this point, should be able to recap it, and then go for that crit hold that they wanted. But as I say that, Kazarok snipes down Heartsfarts, and he finds himself in the death chamber once more.
Kazarok just been absolutely machining it this day. He actually he got Murphy, he got Heartsfarts, he got so many picks. Chupa actually getting Cinderized as well. So many stabs coming in there, and now this looks like a prime time for Feila to repush. They just have to actually successfully get the point, and then that is the next round for them. And they're doing a pretty good job here, pushing in nicely. You can see Sneaky trying to go for the stab there, doesn't quite get it. Energy spots him out, takes him down, and just can't defend it in time. And part of me is so mad at Heartsfarts there, because he just can't hold on to anything. They're always in some Uber. They're like they never have the Uber advantage, or they're trying to run crits, or they're trying to run quick fix, and it just doesn't seem to be working for them. Since what do you think that they need to do to start clawing these back, because they're so horribly down at the moment?
Honestly, it starts with simple things like be aware of the Uber situation. I feel like this sounds so dumb, because I haven't played on this level, but I feel like they're not aware of if they have 50, 40 or 80% Uber advantage or disadvantage, because they're getting caught out so many times by the enemy Ubers. I can't, every time Layla hits 100%, she just pops it, and then Hearts dies to something. They need to position themselves properly, and you see that in the logs as well, because Layla has only 6 deaths and Hearts has 16. 16 in 3 rounds. It's basically you die every minute. It's really hard to get a charge and a combo play together at that point.
Absolutely, yeah. I definitely think something needs to be done about how they're dealing with these Ubers and dealing with these sort of Uber strategy, because at the moment, Layla consistently alive. She consistently has the Ubers, and you're just running with a crits, and nothing's going to work for you. They had 1 successful crits there, and they weren't even able to get Layla with that. Layla was all the way tucked back. She knew exactly what to do in that situation. Backed all the way out back to spawn. Yeah, they lost more or less all of their players, but it didn't matter, because Layla was still there with the Uber, and they could just re-aggress with an Uber, and an Uber versus crits, always going to be the Uber advantage there. But we are going live now into the second half of this Koth Ashville match. This is Fiddle versus Feila. Feila up 3-0 at the moment, so the rollouts are coming in, and Joan opting to make a nice fast bomb. Going to be taking that under route again. It's going to be joined by Murphy and Justice. They want to try and get this under domination, and Middle's going to come in and assist him. However, Joan gets taken. They want to keep the discretion up on the under area. You can see the entirety of the team almost piling in, but Jinxie getting taken down. Sorry, Jinxie taking down Wiethoofd. Sneaky as well, getting sniped by Kazarok. No pick classes for Fiddle means that they can focus forward. Feila can focus forward now and try and get this cap.
Yeah, but they are in a really weird position. There's a nice ready play coming out of the sniper, and actually 30 gets the frag onto Heavy here, and there's this quick fix once again, and now they're using it before the enemy Uber comes in, but there's nobody really to follow up on the damage. So Plat just stands there and mows them down. He has the heavy weapons guy. This could have worked, but it didn't, and now Layla sitting on 100%, and Joe is already off to the races here, melee fighting Yahoo on the sniper deck, just because he can. Layla abandoned her demo man though, she didn't want a part of that. Clark is Clock is trying to go for a bomb here, and as I said that, I just hear hearts die faintly in the background to another snipe from Kazura.
It's certainly a dire situation now with that full Uber. They can quite easily use in. Sinrise definitely going to get taken down. Murphy as well to the aggression by middle there, and you know, without sounding controversial, Stinson, I'd say that might have been one of the worst Uber situations, or quick fix situations, I should say, I have ever seen. WM won with a picks, and it didn't get a single frag. He couldn't get the pick onto Bloodis. And part of me thinks even if it was just a crit or an Uber, it would have worked just fine. But the decision to use quick fix is just atrocious, and it really makes you question what on earth is going on in UGC Platinum nowadays. But you know, they managed to get the repush there. Layla getting taken down. In fact, loads of players getting taken down on the side of. They were able to recapture that, and Heartsfire still stubbornly trying to play on the quick fix there. So I mean, maybe it's going to work out for them at some point. We shall see. But the aggression's coming back in from the left side here. Layla very weak, taking a very nice little pipe there by Murphy. She's going to get out more or less alive. And Kazrot getting taken down as well. They need to commit to this push. They can't stand in that little choke point. They're going to get spammed real hard. So they need to either commit to it now. Justice getting taken down. They're going to be able to push back onto the point there. They're just trying to get a bit of time. The quick fix comes out as well. Yehu getting taken down, but Bloodis and Joe both going down to Sinrise aggression there. That heavy aggression from him, so strong. If he can make it work, and he has been. Chupa as well getting taken down. They want to keep this aggression going, but the Uber's going to come out now. It's going to come out onto the Pyro, and that's going to be Sinrise down. Sentry gun going down as well. Loads of picks. Heartsfast as well, getting chased down by Jinxie. And Middle as well mentioned, take down Sacrilege. They should be able to take this, but the skip jump from Clark comes in. Make anything of it so nearly. Feila going down to 60 health, but it wasn't quite enough as Middle was there to protect her. And yeah, they're going to be able to more or less capture this now. I'd be surprised if they didn't, Stinson.
Yeah, I mean, Fiddle had a good, I think a decent quick fix pop here, but then they overstood the welcome. They wanted to have Layla, they wanted to force the Uber out, but they committed like 5 players to it. You know, just acknowledge that your charge wasn't as good as you thought it was, and you know, go back, live to fight another day, try to force them early. Don't commit everybody and then just die, which is what happened like multiple times now. Chupa finally gets caught out here. Joe is so aggressive on the left flank, but he gets nicely air shot here by Murphy, actually. And a lot of frags are going Fiddle's way, and now the chase is on for Layla. She is Gerarded here in the lobby, and now Justice guns her down.
Yeah, it's a good attempt for her to get out, but it wasn't quite enough there. Real good push there. I don't know if they used... I don't think they didn't use their quick fix for that. That was just some raw aggression. That's exactly what they need. A little bit of aggression can do wonders on a map like Ashville, which, as we know, is just so small. So, I mean, now they want to keep that aggression going. They are playing on the right side as they did before. This time they don't have to worry about Layla going in. Oh, so nearly getting the stab there. But gets caught out. The quick fix is going to come out there. And they're going to have to play the sensible thing and maybe think about backing up there. Sacrilege still in deep, managed to take down 3006, but they are finally going to back up a bit, playing much better than they did before. And yeah, we're going to see a KritzKast on Feila for the first time this map. And yeah, they're getting ready now on 75%. Joan regrouping with his medic. They are going to be coming in from the left side here, getting ready on their Kritz. Joan already falling really weak though. Something's got to be done about that. He's so weak already, but they're managing to basically cap this for free, and they're going to have that full crits advantage against the quick fix, and they're going to be using it into their shutter doors there. It's not too effective at the moment though. Murphy managed to get taken down, Sinrise as well, but they couldn't find the follow-up onto Heartsfast. He was actually able to get out in that situation there, so now they're going to have to back up a little bit. Just got to hold it down for another minute here, but Fiddle, I didn't notice how much time they'd actually got off the clock as well. I mean, only 30 seconds left. It's still easily redeemable for them this round.
Yeah, you know, I would like to see them win around here. You know, they have the quick fix advantage now. I don't know really why Clark felt the need to jump in there and try to go for later, because they do have advantage. Just play your charge, play your players, stay alive, and now, you know, jump into the spam corner. Actually, Sack is going for a Sack play once again. He gets Layla. This is the most reliable play they've had all evening, Chando. Just kind of Sack charging into people.
Yeah, it hasn't actually failed once yet. Every time he goes for it, it does seem to work there, and it's probably the biggest cause of Layla's death. But look at Chupa coming in with the double stab, taking down Hearts, Farts, and Clark, managing to pistol down a sentry as well, almost halting that cap as well for quite a long time, putting it down to 14 seconds left for Feila. This is easily redeemable. They're getting their respawns back now, and they just need to commit to a dry push here because they can definitely win it with this aggression. Only 14 seconds left now, easily done for either team. They've got to be getting ready for this push though. Energy getting taken down isn't going to help things. From Murphy on that roof. They're trying to deny them any access to the point there. Jones going to be the first one there. Clark getting taken down. And they need to stay on this point. They need to commit to this. I'm not sure if it's going to be too viable here because that quick fix is doing wonders for the buffs there. And Sacrilege going to be coming in, doing his best. Not quite enough. Does get taken down. Now someone needs to deal with Justice. He takes down the heavy. And Joan as well getting sniped by Yahoo there. He turned up a little bit and getting a nice 3k there. But it's still anyone's game still. They're still got to commit to it. But they
What are you doing? Just stand on the point, literally. You have faster spawns. Why would you leave that? Ever? Okay, well, I'm happy about this because that means we get to see another rounds, but I'm not sure what they were thinking here, as Murphy actually does a very fast roll, beating Joe to the punch by a mile, and has control of this lower area. Let's see what it's worth though, as he is joined by his mates, and this is this weird standoff he had, but Feila opts out because they were covered in PP.
They had to back that one out. Sacrilege going in real deep, taking down Chupa, taking down NRG as well. Middle getting shut down as well. In fact, almost a full wipe except for Jinxie. Fiddle really stepping up big time.
Is this the comeback, Chando?
This could well be the comeback, Stinson. I don't know what they are on. They're back on the crits. They're back on the crits. He's refusing to abide by the standard meta. That Hearts fast, but you know, it has been working kind of well for them. They want to get in a bit deep there. You can see they're playing on those shutters. Look at the triple sticky from Murphy though, taking down so many players. Actually gets the follow up onto Joan as well with the pipes. That's a tidy 4k there. They still hold on to that crit, and they are going to be playing aggressively now on the right side. Actually, Murphy following up, taking down Kazarok as well, Chopper as well. They're in the perfect driving seat to actually start, you know, coming back from this. They are in such a decline, but they seem to be holding so well right now, Stinson.
Well, hello here. I think Fiddle eSports just arrived to this match. You know, they're still sitting on 100% crits. Layla is nowhere near to any Uber, and they are taking control of this lobby area, trying to sniff out where Layla is in. But Murphy is gonna have the crits in a second, and they do not pop it off though. As actually Hearts opts to just drop. You know, you're running crits. Just pop it, Hearts. Just do it. Wreck the gamers.
There's absolutely nothing to lose there, absolutely. But they did manage to get Layla actually going down to some pipes there by Murphy before they popped off the crit, so it's more or less nullified for them. He doesn't have to feel so bad, and it might be a reason for him to actually swap off that game, maybe get back on the Uber charge now, maybe start going on a more standard meta. But the aggression from Feila is back in. They are staying on the point there, and Chopper coming in, gets pistoling down Hearts Farts there. The Sinai is doing a ton of work as well, taking down loads of players himself. Jinxie still on that flank, on that 4k, finally able to cap the point now. But Fiddle, despite some miserable failures, have actually managed to take about 1 minute 30 off the clock as well. Look at that high bomb from Clark, comes and takes down Layla as well. There's a perfect opportunity now for them for the repusher. They could play with the heal advantage. They're still on the crits, but it doesn't matter. They could still easily play with these heal advantages here. They could get back in. It's just Joe, very stubborn player. He wants the damage. He is determined. This is going to get chased down by Justice though. Justice is going to have to back up, however.
To do the sack cosplay here, but he does not manage to pick up Hearts. But I'm sure Hearts will not be alive for long, because that's kind of how this game went here. As they are dripping onto this cap point, and you know, they have 1.5 minutes left here. This is easily doable.
There he goes.
Yeah,
there
you know. I can see into the future. I can see into the future as Hearts goes down to a nice backstab from Trooper.
It just seems to be the consistent trend, doesn't it, with this game? As soon as anything's looking good for Fiddle eSports, in comes Trooper, in comes Kazarok. You know, resets that Uber advantage for Feila there. They've got some extraordinary pick classes, and Clark going to get taken down, and they want to try and get on this repush here, but they have to worry about that Girardi there that just came through. It's going to be holding them back a little bit. Middle getting sniped by Yahoo, and it's not going to matter though. They still want that on the Super getting the stab onto Yahoo as well. Doing so much work behind enemy lines. They can take this with ease, probably.
Though. I think they're trying to be sneaky.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's gonna work out, because Joel just comes in from behind, gets a ton of damage, but gets punished for it, finally. And Blood is trying to post up on the point, but he should be overwhelmed momentarily as Jinxie is trying to peek in. But, you know, Fiddle, you should go for the point now, because you have the advantage.
Yeah, there's literally no one sitting on the point, and they're just still underneath it. I don't know why they're trying to be sneaky there, because you can literally see into the undergrounds on the point there, so I don't know who they're trying to hide themselves from. But finally, the Feila Uber coming out there. Layla falling a little weak, but getting enough picks of who and Murphy both going down.
It was on the crits, I should say. I think the plan was to wait out the Uber, chill underneath, and then crits them, but, you know, Odds just died again, I guess, and for some reason they kept the point anyways. I lost track of this game, I have to admit.
Yeah, I'm kind of struggling to fully understand what's going on at the moment here. It's usually a little more structured, but and the server has died, I do believe. So we will be trying to get back into things very shortly. They will be trying to rejoin, getting back into things shortly. But I think it's a very well-deserved break for both them and us, Stinson, because this new playstyle from both teams is a little bit hard to comprehend, don't you think?
I don't know. It still sucks that the game crashed when Fiddle had the foot in the door, don't you think? Like, you only had 30 seconds, I believe, left on the clock. If they win this round, they're like really back in business. So I'm guessing they will just restart the round from scratch, because there's no way to tell.
I'm not really too sure how they're gonna try and work out. I guess if they're being, you know, polite and good sportsmen, then they should really let them, you know, come back.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but production did whisper in my ear that, of course, this happens 90 seconds in the future. So you're actually not sure what the score is right now, because the round might have been over. Well, I mean, I think if they rejoin, Fiddle has to have won, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't rejoin. So, Hearts in chat says 3-2. So apparently, Fiddle eSports won that round, maybe.
Oh dear. Drama alert here. So yeah, this is a bit we're a bit unsure at the moment here, trying to get some answers to what the score is at the moment. I think it was really
close for Fiddle to win the round, and like right before they were about to win or something, the server crashed. I think that's what I'm reading into here, and of course, Feila eSports has no interest in admitting that.
I have literally no idea at the moment. We will try and work out where to go from here at the moment. It's such a untimely crash there. As you say, you know, Fiddle were in the driving seat. They could have taken that. Everything was going their way. And that's exactly what they needed to bring this back. You know, bringing it 3-2 is a complete game changer for their morale as well.
Absolutely.
You know, it's going to change their whole perspective. It's going to go from being 3-0, basically just saying, oh, guys, there's almost no chance. But when you're on 3-2, completely different story, isn't it? But it is going to be on 3-1. They're going to be restarting around. So commiserations to Fiddle there. And someone sort out these ready servers. But, you know, it means for us there's a couple more rounds of Highlander, which is always nice to see. It has been a very, very intense game here, so I'm in no rush to wrap this one up. Are you, Stinson?
No, but there's like some intense trash talking going on in chat right now. You know, Fiddle eSports is not all too happy about what happened and how they probably feel robbed of a round now, and you know, there's some memes being exchanged and all that stuff. But no, I'm not, you know, my evening is free, Chando. I wouldn't mind a 7th round even. But no, this is actually a good test of the morale of Fiddle eSports. Do they tilt now? Do they say, okay, screw this, they've robbed us of a round, let's just get it over with? Or can they channel the anger and frag the enemy gamers? That's, I mean,
they're already on quite a good momentum, aren't they? If they can continue that momentum and not try and think about the last like 5 minutes of gameplay, then they could easily continue this comeback. And I think they've definitely got the capabilities of making a comeback here. But at the same time, as you say, it could tilt them out a little bit. And especially if they win this next one, it's going to make things a little bit awkward for them, as they knew that they could be on 3-3 there. And that, again, is an even greater morale boost. But yeah, we are back live again with Feila on red once again. So we're going to be seeing who gets there first. And some aggressive plays there from Clark and Yahoo. No, not you, Sacrilege, sorry, on that right flank. But as per usual, we're going to be seeing that underplay there this time. It looks like Feila were able to push Fiddle out a little bit there. No one's playing the point though at the moment still. And now it's up to Feila to wrap back around and try and start capping.
Sack is behind. Watch out for the Sack play. He is in the lobby, but he's trying to find his moment. He gets sniffed out by the scouts though, so... he gets nice damage. Feila is so low on single-digit HP because she ate a rocket from Clark, but yeah, it's the first time Sack didn't go through with this play, and they do not get punished for it too much because both medics are sitting on 100% charge, and I can confidently say that Hearts has ripped out the Uber gun. So we are gonna see immortal gamers finally.
We actually might see some proper Uber exchanges and a return to the standard Highlander formula, which we so love. Yahoo and Murphy both taking down Chupa with the brilliant backstab there before getting taken down himself. Jinxie now with the 3k big bomb from Clark comes in, but then the follow-up from Sacrilege, the W11 play once again, taking down Feila 4 times this time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 4th time this match that he has pulled that off. I believe it was a drop. And oh my lord, and now Hearts with the 100% Uber. This is looking so good. They get the Uber out. I think middle forced them in fact. But you know, I mean, at least they don't have to worry about another Uber this time. They are probably able... No, there he goes. He's down again, boys. There he goes. And Justice as well.
I mean,
at least he managed to pop it off that time.
I think Hearts was confused as to why he was still alive and how he popped the Agnet Uber. He was like, oh man, I popped the Uber, now I can just go fall over and die. So yeah, but they don't even manage to cap off the point here, so Feila still in control of the point as of right now, but Feila is actually quite vulnerable down in the corner, and Fiddle does have the faster respawns here. Plus is trying to post up, but he gets taken out. Sinwai is paid with his life though, and the recap goes down in favor of Fiddle with 90 seconds behind Feila.
Yeah, I mean, it took them 90 seconds, considering that they won the mid-fight and they got a drop onto their medic, and it took them 90 seconds before being able to recapture it. It's quite considerable, and even then, Jinxie actually just runs straight through their front line and takes down Hearts, takes down a bunch of other players going down, Clark and Sacrilege as well. Not to say that Feila's taken their knock as well, but they are able to repush this with the Uber now, going in nice and aggressively middle, taking this one. Going to try and get a pick onto the heavy there. He is not going to survive that one, clearly. And now it looks like they're going to be able to cap this without much problems. They got Murphy to worry about. He's going to have to back up, and Clark coming in. She just gets shut down to an air shot Wrangler by NRG. He took down Murphy and he took down Clark as well. As Clark just did, he just instantly got sawn with a barrage of rockets. And oh my lord, that was insane. That was an insane play from NRG there. Shout out to him. Never heard of him before, but man, he's stepping up.
Does that mean he's the best engineer in Europe now because he killed Clark? That's the reason. That's the question.
That's how it works, right? I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know. You still... I don't know. Once he kills Sec, then I'll accept he's the best NG in Europe. You know, but that's a completely different story there. Sec NG of the season needs to happen. But yeah, we are now down to the last minute for Feila here, and is that another server death? No, okay, it's just a little bit of server lag. Thank the Lord, because Sneak again taken down as well. They don't have to worry about any spy for the meantime. They've got such a comfortable holder at the moment as well. Sinner is getting sniped down.
Chupa's in behind. I'm just gonna watch him because he's surely gonna drop Hearts.
Not quite. He actually used off just in time.
God damn it. But there you go. I mean, the Uber was terrible, so... I mean, you know, the thing is, Chupa was in the spot Hearts should have been, but he wasn't, and then everybody just died.
Yeah, so much death just from both teams at the moment here. With only 10 seconds left, it looks like the Fiddle might be able to actually get a foothold onto this point here. Both of Murphy and Jinxie actually getting immediately shut down by Cinderise there, and they're going to be able to just storm onto the point now. They got the fast respawns in, I do believe, and they're able just to collapse onto the point, but they've still got to hold this around 2 minutes 10. It's not looking great for them. I'm sure they're going to be a little bit tilted after the last game there, or the last round I should say. Clark getting taken down by Kazarok, now on a 5k, doing very good. And yeah, they're going to be able to re-push this a little bit. They want to get back in. They're hungry to get this over and done with. But Kazarok and Middle both going down. Joan as well to the aggression from Cinderise. Doing such a good job on Heavy, but what is that? It's Hearts go down again?
Yes.
Oh,
it was a nice Girardi from Kazarok onto the combo, and then just 30 jumping and cleaning the frags up. And this is going to be a re-push from Fiddle eSports, though. They're contesting this. I did not see that coming, but apparently they just walk on point, and if you walk on point, you actually have a chance of winning. Now a nice, another Girardi's coming. This Girardi combo is just like destroying Fiddle eSports right now.
I think it's time for a drinking game where every time Hearts dies, we have to take a shot here. It might end in some fatalities though, but could be a lot of fun there. But what is happening? Is it more server lag? Is it server death? We just don't know, and it's so close to the end as well. This is just absolutely demoralising for both teams here. I have no idea what's going on now.
I see a Heavy in mid-air, so I don't think it's a pause. Nobody asked for a pause on my end. Production is trying to figure out what's happening, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's another server crash, because we are close to the finishing touches of this round too. But there's
someone
moving.
It's NRG is actually fully capable of running around, and now everyone else is, and he started getting on the point, got a little head start on the point as well. Stab from Sneaky, taking down Bloodis and NRG, and then another server lag, as it looks like Sneaky is going to go down there. And I have no idea what's going on now. Cinderise on a 7k, back in 8k, doing so much work for his team, and now the re-push from Fiddle. They've got nothing to lose at the moment. Hardfast actually managed to get a pick himself as well. Yeah, I mean, they're over to there's only 14 seconds left, and I don't know, probably that server lag definitely had something to do with that, because it seems that Feila just couldn't regroup in time, and they all got completely cleaned up by the repush, and now they're going to come back in there. Bloodis and Jinx are both getting taken down, Joan as well, so many frags, but Juba on the triple stab, in fact, doing a ton of work himself. They might just be able to claw this back, and it's just Justice they got to worry about, and that is going to do it. And yeah, that is it. That is the most crazy match I think I've ever seen, to be fair, in my time of casting, just in terms of the server lags and the meta that they used. Just such a weird game there, Stinson.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. This is probably the weirdest ending to a game. This is over, right? It should be 4-1 now.
It's over.
Because yeah, okay, people are still rolling out, but yeah, it's 4-1 in favor of Feila eSports, so, my prediction not really turning out to be true in the end, but to be fair, they should have had one more round. I think they just kind of, woke up too late there. It was a quick 3-0 in the beginning, and then it's hard to recover and actually claw back 4 rounds in a row. Had they played in the first half like they did in the second half, there could have been a surprise here, Chando, don't you think?
Definitely, yeah. You definitely saw them step up a lot. I mean, the first 3 rounds were pretty abysmal, and then as soon as they sort of started getting a bit of momentum and started working out how to tackle each round, they started having like just a myriad of server issues, and that can't be good for a team's morale though. So commiserations to Fiddle eSports. They're going to take the loss against Feila, 4-1 there on KOF Ashville. But we do actually have some gamers in here for interviews. So I'm joined currently by who we got Clark, we've Hearts Farts, we have Bloodis as well, so welcome everybody, and I think we might have Kazarok coming in as well. There he is, there's the man himself. So congratulations to Feila. So we'll start off with you guys. So Bloodis, how did you guys feel about coming into this game?
I'm not so sure about myself, because just before the game, I was asked by Lele if I could play heavy in this match now, so I don't have that much insight on my part.
Well, I wanna know, Hearts. How much does your butt hurt?
My butt?
Your butt. At some point when we didn't know what was happening, we would just call out your death, and it was almost always right. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how tilted were you?
I don't get tilted. Dying is a major part of my strategy. You should watch my soldier point of views.
No thanks.
I mean, they definitely have the same way of playing, don't they? You know, a bombing soldier and a medic, the same playstyle. But I mean, like Hearts, you know, I saw that game. You were running a lot, and I mean a lot, of KritzKast and Quick Fix. What was your kind of inspiration behind that? Because no offense, but it just wasn't really working.
Well, first 3 rounds were just bad. So. And we weren't getting anywhere, so just a different approach to the game can yield different results. And we weren't really getting up to 100% with our charges anyway, so might as well go for faster heals. I mean, I played with the legendary Beep, and he would have done the same, so I thought it's brilliant.
Oh, well, if Beep did it, then it must be a good decision there, absolutely. But enough about medics and the such. Let's talk about some snipers. So Kazarok, man, I mean, I mean, this is sort of the first time I've seen you playing in kind of the higher leagues. I see you just got picked up on the Feila roster for TF2 HUD. Congratulations on that. I mean, how do you feel about you know, sliding into a very, very high esteemed roster?
It's a bit different. Like the teams got some changes from roster like the past season, but I'm used to playing in Plat now in UGC, but playing against some prem players now in Scrim it's really different, and I'm improving a lot, I think.
Yeah, and I can tell you're doing a good job there on the match we just saw there. So well done there. Getting a lot of picks onto Hearts, but to be fair, you know, anyway. But
Let's just not even go there, because I want to move over to Clark, because there was one situation that stood out to us where you tried to jump over the shed on the right side, and you got gunned down by the Wrangler from Energy, I think it was. So how does it feel to experience the outstanding gameplay that Engineer can produce?
Wrangler is a very good weapon that engineers of all kinds can use on an Ashville game and be successful.
So what you're saying is the kids should use more Wrangler?
Yes, like that is a good plan. Like, I mean, the Wrangler is a good denial for any soldier that's trying to jump the mat, but I still got Leela like 100 million times, so it didn't really matter that much.
Well, I'm looking forward to see your Wrangler plays at LAN in Copenhagen, Clark. Are you going to attend?
Yes, but I'm not going to play. Who's going to play at LAN?
Clark of the season is not going to play?
Everyone's going to get drunk and just be with friends. Why would I play?
Is anybody here playing Hearts?
I'm not going.
You're not going?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to Copenhagen.
Playing?
Playing
I'm
Sniper
going there
for
as
the
well.
crew.
Okay. Well, you know, this is just a general shout out to anyone watching that thinks they might want to head up to Copenhagen Games on the 28th of March until the 31st of March. And yeah, there's going to be both Highlander and Sixers action, whether you want to go to watch or to play, completely up to you, but we'd love to see you guys up there. And yeah, we need a few more sign-ups for Highlander. So let's go, guys. Come on, Clark. Come on, try and rebuild some STCK mixed team, please. We need you guys there to face up against Strong Opinions.
Basically, Clark, what you do is you go to the people that you usually persuade to vote for you in the polls and make them come to LAN. That should be your task in the next 30 days.
Even though like 100 of the accounts are his probably, but you know, regardless, yeah, no, that would be nice to get some more gamers up there. So like I say, if anyone is interested, then please do. There'll be more details on the Twitch chat hopefully right now. And yeah, just getting word through my little earpiece there. We're going to be having some follow-up matches and some one-night cups, I do believe, in the run-up to the next ETF2L Highlander season, as well as the Copenhagen Games. So stay tuned for that. More details will be coming out shortly. But just before we wrap things up, guys, any shout-outs from anyone else? So Bloodis, anything to say?
Shout out to Layla and Joe.
Oh,
and the
nice.
whole team as well in general.
Okay.
Are you saying you enjoy playing Highlander, Bloodis?
We flared on Joe, that is.
Sorry, Kazarok, go on.
Yeah, shout out to Trooper, my boy, just playing amazingly as every game. And shout out to every TF2 players, because the game is insane. Thank you.
Yeah, big love to Trooper, my boy. Very playing very well, as we all know. And Clark?
Shout out to Garden Fungus and the whole UGC team because they're better than the TF2 admin team.
And shout out to Sinrise.
Absolutely. And finally, Heartsword?
Oh yeah, there's lots of people. Like first of all, want to give a shout out to Koth Ramcham RC1, fantastic map in the map pool. Then a big shout out to Kumori, fantastic admin. And a final shout out to the last UGC team I played for last season, TC Cheeseburger or something like that.
Oh man, I knew it was a mistake to get hearts on here. But yeah, this might have been the first shout out to a map I've ever heard. So I'm gonna go ahead with my shout out. Shout outs to Wiethoofd for the lovely production. Shout outs to everyone who fragged Clark today. And shout out to Via.
Alrighty, okay, so wonderful guys, and thank you everyone here for coming along and having a little chat there. It's good to get some interviews in after the game, so thanks very much and good luck with your future matches. Hope to see you all at Copenhagen Games as well. I'm going to be there and I want to see you guys there as well, so Hearts, get yourself up there, you know, find some money or something, get on up. But that is going to do it for us guys. Thank you everyone who's tuned in to check this out, check out this to put it lightly, a very interesting UGC match there. And stay tuned for future UGC matches every Monday. And we'll be having some show matches and experimental cups in the following couple weeks as well. My name's been Chando. I've been joined by the brilliant Stinson Out with Wiethoofd on Productions doing a brilliant job as usual. And we will see you guys next time.